recorded live at 4ZZZ Studios, Meanjin, Brisbane.
On 102.1 FM.
And broadcast across Australia on the Community Radio Network.
You're listening to Zed Games.
Zed Games brings you the best in gaming news, reviews, community and culture. Want to reach out?
Share your hot take?
Or do you just want to share your favourite game?
Find us on socials at Zed Games AU.
Hello, you're listening to Zed Games. My name is Zahra, and with me in the studio tonight is...
Maylee!
And that's it! It's a Zahra and Maylee episode with some side characters, I guess.
You need.
But, I'm super excited for tonight. How are you tonight, Maylee?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited to be here. Excited to talk about games.
I'm so excited. Real quick, right there at the top, you heard Party of Your Lifetime by Online, which featured in a Warframe event, which is...
I'm very confused by...
I want to know what's going on over there.
You told me that 3 seconds before we went to air. I was assuming it was some cool, indie game, boy bands, romance, dating sim or something.
Look, I don't know what's going on over there, but they seem like they're having a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, we've actually got a lot to get through tonight. So we're going to give the airwaves over to Tobi with the week in gaming news.
Take it away, Tobi.
Ooh.
This week in gaming news. Business in games, esports, and a smorgasbord of gaming bits and bytes. Let's start this week's news with a rundown of what happened in the back rooms of game development this week. On Tuesday, Humble Games Business Development Manager Nicola Kwan announced via LinkedIn that all 36 employees were being let go and that the company is shutting down. Humble quickly released a press statement saying that it was not shutting down, but it would be restructuring the operations of Humble Games. The statement continues, saying that this would not impact on the releases of upcoming games or the operations at Humble Bundle. Warner Brothers is also doing the game dev shuffle this week with the announcement that NetherRealm's mobile team was shutting down through LinkedIn job asks that came earlier this week, with around 50 staff being affected by the cuts. This was speculated to effectively close the live services of Mortal Kombat, Injustice 2 and Mortal Kombat Onslaught. However, Warner has clarified that Mortal Kombat Mobile and Injustice 2 will continue to receive support. Possibly with the recent acquisition of the developer of Multiverses, Player First Games, with Warner Bros. Games president stating that this new team will add to our extensive development capabilities. In better news, Bethesda now has a wall-to-wall union with all 241 staff either signing up to or indicating the desire for representation with the Communications Workers of America or CWA. The union has been recognised by their benevolent overlords at Microsoft, even after their most recent layoffs by closing down ZeniMax Studios. And in more studio news, staff from the Pixelberry Studios layoffs earlier this year have rallied to create Candlelight Games, and are looking at announcing their debut project soon. This week also saw gamers voting with their wallets, with 2.2 million people buying the deluxe pre-order of EA Games College Football 25. And all for the juicy bonus of playing the game 3 days early. And Comscore's 2024 State of Gaming's report has revealed that 82% of US gamers purchase some sort of in-game content in freemium titles in the 23-24 financial year. They also speculated that over 80% of Gen Z and millennials consumed esports content. And speaking of esports content, last weekend was EVO 2024, the biggest in EVO history, where 10,000 of the best fighting gamers congregated in Las Vegas. Some notable events. Why is that so hard? Some notable events of the weekend were when Punk defeated Big Bird to bring home the first Street Fighter trophy for America in over 20 years. 41-year-old Hale performing physical stunts of celebration, as well as an astounding parry in the losers quarterfinals of the Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, with some now referring to the moment as Evo Moment 38.
Oh my god, no! Okay.
and it was announced the thrown into a volcano he is definitely dead villain, Heihachi Mishima from Tekken, will be resurrected in the next installment, even though producer Katsura Harada has previously confirmed his permanent demise. But that's not all, but it's all I have time for. Check the links in our socials at Zed Games AU to learn more. Continuing the esports news, the International Olympics Committee has partnered with the National Olympics Committee of Saudi Arabia to create the first Olympic Games to take place in Saudi Arabia in 2025. The media release from the IOC states that the reason for this is to support our young people, and that the game titles will be chosen to promote gender equality and engagement. However, the gaming community is not so happy. While Saudi Arabia does have the money to support this endeavour and the prizes to attract players, its treatment of women, migrants and the LGBTQI+ community are a genuine concern to the safety of players seeking to participate.
It means everything to me, I think. I do this for the queers, I do this for the furries, I do this for those minorities. I'm telling them that this can be you. Just apply yourself, be yourself, and you can overcome anything. Yeah, whatever life throws at you, we are here together. And I do this for you guys.
Warframe's TennoCon also happened over the weekend with a few announcements. Firstly, the prequel Warframe 1999 is coming and is hitting some nostalgia notes, with romanceable team members through archaic instant messenger CRT screens and an alternative Earth-based timeline. Basically, Warframe in an all-new earthly environment, plus a 90s-style infected boy band called Online, is coming this Northern Hemisphere winter. They also announced the upcoming new title, Soulframe. This game will utilise magic instead of the space magic we're used to from Warframe's development team, in what some are calling the baby of Warframe and Elden Ring. And now it's time to start on the smorgasbord of bits and bytes. The FTC have taken to arms over the recent tier and price changes into Microsoft Xbox Game Pass, labelling the new plan a degraded product and claims it constitutes exercising market power post-merger. This, the FTC claims, is in direct opposition to Microsoft's arguments during the merger trial last year. In rebuttal, Microsoft states that the FTC barely mentioned subscriptions at trial, instead focusing on the theory that Microsoft would withhold Call of Duty from Sony's console, not mentioning that the day one access to first-party titles, like Call of Duty, would no longer be included in the new standard tier. Bloomberg has reported that the workers at Roblox Corp do not feel satisfied with the child safety protections the platform has, and is now the de facto spot for predators. Roblox Corp disputes these claims and states that safety is foundational to Roblox. A new study has pointed to Steam CSGO trades as being used for money laundering. The study looked at the anonymous trading and found significant market manipulation and trading frequency of top traders warranted suspicion. Concerned Ape has reassured players of Stardew Valley via Twitter that, on the honour of my family name, I will never charge money for a DLC or update as long as I live. Paramount has killed the Halo TV adaptation after its second season, but Xbox will not rest quietly and is already shopping for a new network. Fortnite is getting the Tesla Cybertruck, and players have already announced their intention to either take aim through the huge windscreen or just destroy it on sight. Get your retro on, because in a recent shareholder meeting at Capcom, one attendee asked what their plans were for Mega Man. Their response? Mega Man is one of our highly valued IPs, and we are considering how to create games for it on an ongoing basis. And if you have Netflix and haven't checked out their game list, now is the time. In their latest earnings call, Netflix co-CEO Gregory K. Peters called games a big market. And even with their over 100 games launched so far, they have over 80 games currently in development, and from this month are planning to release about one new title per month. And it's now finally time for some game releases. Friday, July 26th, the 2022 kickstarted indie RPG Waco the Mask Gatherer is coming to PC. On Monday, July 29, grab a friend and get cooperating in the action roguelite Deathless, also coming to PC. Tuesday, July 30, get multitasking in Tower Defense Cross Match 3 mashup Cats on Duty, coming to PC and consoles. Or get cyberpunky in the FPS roguelite Deathlink, coming to PC. Or maybe you need to relax in a cozy hand-drawn life sim, then grab The Garden Path, coming to PC and Switch. And to round out the month, Wednesday, July 21, Save the Dog, an indie platform shooter Biogun coming to PC, and sci-fi interactive fiction Minds Beneath Us is finally coming to PC. And starting us off on Thursday, August 1st, is the remake of Star Wars Bounty Hunter coming to PC and consoles. Dive into the depths and find the answers in Thalassa, Edge of the Abyss, also for PC, and get slappy in Thank Goodness You're Here from the developers of Untitled Goose Game, coming to Mac, PC, PlayStation, and the Switch. And that's finally all for this week in gaming news.
Thank you so much for the week in gaming news, Toby. There is absolutely nothing else I could possibly add to that.
Hi, I'm Sam Hancock. I'm a solo game developer based in Brisbane. I'm currently working on Hometown Shuffle, which is a solo push-your-luck card game. So the aim of the game is to get as many points as you can over 5 turns. And it's sort of like if Stardew Valley was a board game. So you'll catch fish and collect bugs and pick fruits and vegetables, catch the bus into town and visit locations, talk to your neighbors, that type of thing. And you can find me at heysamhancock.com, which is my website, or on Instagram and Twitter with heysamhancock.
My name is Zahra, and with me in the studio tonight is Maylee.
That's me.
That's you.
Hi.
And we're Zed Games, and Maylee, you have a review for us tonight.
I do.
And why don't you... for the listeners, because obviously you can't see, this is a radio show.
Oh no, my secrets are coming out.
Maylee is wearing an outfit that perfectly matches the board game she's about to review. So take it away, Maylee.
Yes. Well, as you said, I'm reviewing a board game because my computer has been on the fritz lately, and my Switch is, every few months I'm just like, I'm done with my Switch. I'm bored of it.
You need a break.
So it sits in a corner for a few months and then I'll pick it back up.
Yeah. The cycle.
And I don't own any other consoles. So without my computer, I'm like, oh.
Well, what do you do?
But then I realized I have a huge amount of board games.
You have a huge amount of board games.
Crazy amount of board games.
It's perfect.
And there's been one lately that I have found bringing me extra joy, and that's Hues and Cues.
Ooh, it rhymes.
Hues and Cues, yes. This is a colour guessing game. So players are presented with a large grid, the entire board of 480, I think, different colours, varying just slightly from their neighbours. So it's a big rainbow grid of colours.
Yeah.
On your turn, you draw a card which shows 4 of the colours on the board. You get to pick one because if they just gave you one, some of them are terrible and I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
so you
it's
get
like,
to pick.
I don't know how to describe that colour. Like, what even is that?
Yes. So you give everyone a cue. Not a clue, it's a cue. I don't know why they did that. It would have been easier to name it Hues and Clues, but no.
They wanted to keep the letters
short.
Yes.
And then everyone gets a turn to guess. They put their little token on the grid at what they think it is. So that might sound really simple, but there's like 40 shades of pink.
Yeah.
You can't just say, you can't say pink, or you can't say color words, but you couldn't just say flamingo or Barbie.
Like, you would need to be like, it is Barbie's shoes in that specific scene.
Your hint can only be one word.
Oh, only one word.
Only one word.
Oh, I see. So it's just...
So, I don't know, if you had like baby pink, you could say baby, but there's also baby blue.
True.
So everyone gets to put their piece down, and then you get to give a second clue, this time 2 words.
2 words.
And they get a second round of guesses. They get points if they get close enough, more points the closer they get, and you get points for the amount of people on or next to the actual colour. You only get 1 token, 1 guess per each colour square, so that's the competition. If you do a really good one, like I was playing and someone said bubblegum, and I was the first one to guess, and I know there's only 1 bubblegum out there, and it was that shade of pink. So I put my little token on there, and then everyone else still got to play, but they couldn't put it on that one. And
Dang.
They didn't get it because they knew I was right.
That's vicious. That's vicious. That's cold.
So it is a 3 to 10 player game. And you can play it with 3 people. I've played it with 3 people. It's definitely built to have more people because it gives you that competition. If you went up, I haven't done 10 players, but the more people you have, the more competition and tension there will be as you'll try to get the right one. And also disagreements, because sometimes the guesses are widely off and it's like you don't know what colours are. That's basically all the rules of the game. It's a really simple game, which makes it really easy to learn.
Nice.
So players of pretty much all ages and all board game experience levels, because some people struggle to get into board games, and
it can be a little intimidating. It can be a little overwhelming. You get a little booklet and you're like, what more?
This game has like 1 page of rules. Very simple, very bright and colourful. People like it. It also lets you jump straight in, so you don't have to spend half an hour explaining the game to everyone.
Yeah.
You get it from the get-go. So because of that, it's really good for families or parties or like casual gaming groups. Probably not if you're really serious strategy people, but
I can imagine some people who would really start getting into like sort of trying to figure out things from people's facial tells and stuff. Like, when you say banana, are you thinking like banana ready for making banana bread, or are you thinking like a fresh banana that's like ready for
I'm
peeling?
thinking a perfectly ripe banana, like the banana candy.
Banana candy.
That's like the peak banana color.
Now, to me, banana candy, this is when like you have the second guess, I guess, when you have the 2 words. But to me, banana candy is a completely different shade of yellow to like a perfectly ripe banana. Okay.
So this is the chaos that comes. So it relies heavily on personal interpretation. And I've seen some people say that this is an issue with the game because it can cause confusion or disagreements. If that's something you really don't want, maybe steer away from it. But if you're playing with chill people, it's fine. And I don't know if you can blame the game. For example, my friends have no idea what teal is. They don't know what teal is. That's not the game's fault. It is a dark greeny blue, by the way, if you're wondering.
What about like chartreuse? What do you think, if you've never heard of that?
I know exactly what chartreuse is.
But what does it sound like? Because to me, it sounds like it would be like a maroon color. But I know it's not.
I could see it maybe being like a elegant purple, but no, it's not. Peaky greeny yellow.
Yes. Oh, what a fun colors.
I think it's also a really good pick, Hues and Cues, if you have someone who you want to play with who struggles to get out of their shell, because my favorite genre of party games to play with people is hidden role games. But they require a lot of talking and lying and scheming, and sometimes you have to be very out there.
Yeah.
That's not for everyone, and I totally get that. Hues and Cues is low stakes, low effort fun that even your most reclusive friend can enjoy. So it doesn't have endless replayability. I'm still having great fun, but I've heard a lot of people talk that, there's only so many guesses you can come up with, and other guessing games like Codenames, they have a different setup every time. But it's only one board, only so many colours.
Yeah.
I mean, bubblegum is bubblegum. You wouldn't give that a different clue.
But banana could be anything, as we've established.
No, I think banana could be one thing, and that's the colour of banana candy. Still, I don't think every game needs to be playable forever and ever and ever. It's a delightful game. It's bright and it's simple, and it's definitely worth picking up. It's also, I'm really sorry if I've confused cues and clues. I want to make it very clear the game is Hues and Cues.
Hues and Cues, like Cues. Yes. Yes, that is how you spell Hues and Cues.
It's good fun, bright, colourful fun.
Yeah.
It's like my shirt.
Exactly like your shirt.
Hey, I'm Bryce. I'm a director at Pixel, and we're based here in Brisbane. We're currently working on Frog Rain, an action-adventure game where you play as a frog prince and your tongue is your grappling hook. You can find us on all social media and Steam at Pixel. Thank you.
Up next, we have a review from our very own Paul. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it.
Well, 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 if it isn't Animal Well, I finally got around to playing you. But wait, what do you have there? Intrigue? How intriguing. Animal Well is the debut game by developer Billy Basso. That's right, this is another single developer affair, and in this case, that is an especially incredible claim. But Paul, I hear you say, this looks to be a pixel art Metroidvania. Aren't there like 17 of those released daily? First of all, settle down. Second, how dare you? I am a volunteer at a community radio station. I think I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Basso has spent the last 7 years crafting this labyrinthine puzzle platformer. With ambition in his sights, he also took the additional step of writing his own game engine. This gives Basso an incredibly powerful ability to address each pixel on screen in exciting ways. From lighting, reflections, and physics, the whole world is full of technical excellence. For a completely random inclusion, if you play the game in windowed mode on PC, moving the window will affect all the physics objects in the scene. What's the point of that? Cool, I guess, but also, maybe it's the secret to everything. But more on that later. Animal Well is based in a gloomy underground world. It has all the staples you'd expect in a Metroidvania-inspired title. A detailed map, obstacles you cannot pass, and objects to find that will unlock those areas for you. And enemies. Although, in this case, not really enemies. Sometimes they are in the sense that they can kill you. The world is full of animals, and most are not really interested in attacking you. One of the more dangerous are dogs. They just want to pick you up like a chew toy, but really, they just want to play. It's also just surreal. One screen, there's a bunch of capybaras just hanging out. Oh look, an orangutan throwing, I'm gonna say, rocks at me. Another, a kangaroo randomly just comes bounding out of a temple. To what purpose? Well, that's for you to discover. One of the rough gauges for the quality of a Metroidvania is time to double jump. This refers to the moment the game gives up on original ideas and gives you a double jump. So the longer the time, the more unique a game is in the genre. You can get a double jump equivalent almost immediately in Animal Well. In fact, you can effectively use it as an infinite jump. You'd expect this to break the game and make it somewhat trivial. I was a master of this jump. I thought it was mandatory to reach certain areas and beat the game. I was talking to a friend of mine who completed the game before me. He didn't know you could jump like that. In fact, as we talked, it turns out that we'd tackled a lot of the game in different ways. Turns out there are more than a few ways to skin an Animal Well. All the items you retrieve in the game are wonderfully unique, and some will keep revealing their full capabilities to you throughout the entire game. It's a very open world that gives you a lot of freedom. You can complete the game without all the basic equipment, and sequence breaking is very, very encouraged. Your main task in Animal Well is to collect 4 flames, marked on your map, and then do the thing that rolls the credits. You can do this in, let's say, 6 hours. I did it in around 18 hours. Of course, it's not much of an ending because even though there's credits, there's immediately even more stuff. So far, I've beaten the game, beaten the post-game, got the second ending, done the end game, and currently I'm in the post-end game. I hit 100 completion back at the second ending, but that's not the end, obviously. The game gives you some nice jumping off points depending on your personality. And the thing is, if you want to solve everything, well, we're still at it. You're going to need a printer at one point. Also, the game is on all major platforms except Xbox, the one platform without any touch interface. But that can't matter. I mean, I've never had to use that at all. Oh my god, the movable window! Get my red string! This is the kind of game that we may never truly know every secret in. Basso has done a great job of providing mysteries, but not confusing the late game craziness with the information needed to simply beat the game. It worms its way into you. You'll find yourself playing Animal Well, even when you're not playing Animal Well. If I had any recommendations, it would be that this is a perfect game to play at the same time as a few friends. Swapping notes and theories should be enough for most people to break through to the true ending without having to start spoiling things on the internet. Past that though, you're definitely going to need a wider community. I love it though. It's not often we get opportunities to communally solve things, and sometimes a small observation is all that's missing to crack the whole thing wide open. As a fun factoid, Animal Well is about 33 megabytes in size. The game is a smaller file size than the trailer for the game. Is it better that such a beautiful and deep experience comes in such a small package? No, but it's neat. This is also the first game published by Big Mode, the indie publisher started by YouTuber Dunkey. And they made a great choice working with Basso to release what can only be described as a modern masterpiece as their debut title. Animal Well is available on PC, Switch, and PS5.
Hello, I'm Tex. I am the designer at Owl Machine, based in Brisbane. We're currently working on Key Fairy, a hand-drawn pacifist folkloric bullet hell. You can find us at keyfairy.com.au and on Steam. Wish this now!
My name is Zahra, this is Zed Games, and with me in the studio tonight is...
Maylee.
You looked behind you as if as if I was gesturing to someone else, and to be fair, I could have been.
I don't know. There's a big window behind me. There could have been an entire clown car worth of clowns.
There could have been, and you would be absolutely clueless.
Oh, now I'm scared.
No, don't worry. There's no clowns behind you. I promise. All right. Well, we've been through a lot tonight. We've had the Week in Gaming News. We've had a review from Maylee of Hues and Cues.
Yes.
As well as a review from Paul of Animal Well. How are you tonight, Maylee? How are you feeling?
I'm sad. I'm brokenhearted.
Brokenhearted? Oh,
that I have to leave.
It's coming up to the end of the night. Yeah. It happens like every week, but it's okay. It's okay. Like,
one day we're just gonna refuse to leave.
We're just gonna refuse
over the airwaves
to leave.
Not when you're in. I feel like it will have to do it. I'll get Paul on board.
Oh no. No. Now none of you can be left unsupervised. I've had a lot of fun tonight. You and I, we both are D&D people. We sometimes play tabletop. Has anything interesting happened in the tabletop world for you recently? I can go because I've got something interesting that's happened recently to me in the tabletop
So
world.
many things came to mind. I can't pass through. You tell me.
We all leveled up to level 5.
Level 5 is a good level.
It's a great level. There's like when you're like level 1, you're like, oh, I'm so weak. Level 2, you're like, okay. And then level 3 and 4 that's okay. But level 5, that's when
Power surge.
That's when stuff really starts.
What's your class?
I'm playing like an arcane ranger kind of thing, like an arcane archer.
Okay, I like it.
And
I know.
Now I can do 2 attacks per turn. So
yes, that's so good. Getting the extra attack.
We can actually the entire party can now do 2 attacks per turn. So it's absolutely game changing.
I'm confused at your party composition.
Don't worry about it.
As long as you're having fun, that's what matters.
We've sort of mashed. We are having fun. And it's all, don't worry about it. They're all some special little characters. How about you, Maylee?
My character, I'm playing a lot of Cyberpunk lately, so bit different. No levels. We got ranks.
Ooh.
In our classes.
Ooh.
And I think I'm rank 7.
Rank 7.
I'm very popular.
That's higher than level 5, I think.
Well, but the max is 10, so.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right. Well, go on.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
And
do you salute each other? I feel like
no. Especially not me. I'm a rocker boy, which means
okay.
Spit in the face of the establishment and authority.
See. You're a cool dude.
No, it's a nerd. Very nerd.
Oh,
terrible.
A nerd dude.
Yeah. But everyone loves him, and that's what matters.
That is what matters at the end of the day.
And I just got to get the rank up, and people will love me more. The rank is the love points.
I wish that's how it worked in real life. I wish, like, as you just ranked up, as more and more people love you. And with that, I actually think it's actually time for us to say goodbye now.
Well, I love you, everyone listening.
I
Feel
love
your
you
rank
all
points go
listeners. I love you all listeners. You rank up, you rank up, you rank up.
You're all rocker boys in my heart.
You're all rocker boys in our hearts. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Good night.
We'll miss you.
Thanks for listening to Zed Games.
If you'd like to listen to more, you can find us on the Community Radio Plus app.
Or find us on socials at Zed Games AU.
See you next time.